The future of the LEARNS Act, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders' education law is a little clearer tonight. The state Supreme Court lifted a temporary restraining order, putting the law back into effect. THV 11's Ian Russell has a breakdown of what this means and what's next.
But with how many elements of change needed to take place, we didn't want to be behind it all.
Jessica Duff with the Pulaski County Special School District says they had a feeling the state Supreme Court would rule this way.
Because inevitably something with the lawsuit was going to either end or keep going.
That lawsuit looked to block the implementation of the LEARNS Act, Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders' education law. A few weeks ago, a Pulaski County judge issued a temporary restraining order saying school districts couldn't take action on LEARNS until August. The state took that to the Supreme Court, arguing the judge shouldn't have allowed it. On Thursday, the Supreme Court agreed, lifting that restraining order, putting LEARNS back in place. Duff says while all of this was happening, PCSSD has been trying its best to work ahead.
Just to make sure we are in compliance, because we don't want to start to make these changes and then realize that we interpreted it the wrong way.
As schools work to get those changes in place, the group trying to block the LEARNS Act isn't letting up. They're still fighting to allow Arkansans to vote on whether or not this law stands.
That would hold the LEARNS Act in abeyance until the people get a say, until the people get to vote.
Veronica McLean with CAPES, the group behind the lawsuit, says they disagree with the ruling. They have until July 31st to collect enough signatures to get their motion on the 2024 ballot.
We just want to make sure that we're heard, that the people are heard. And, we have to follow the rulings.
For now, supporters of LEARNS are celebrating the ruling. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders released a statement saying in part, quote, "Today's Supreme Court decision is a huge win for parents, teachers, and most importantly, our kids. For those playing political games with our children's future, we will fight and we will win." Back at PCSSD, Duff says they're focusing on what matters to them, their students and staff.
And we will continue to take those elements of change that are impacted by the LEARNS Act and put them into play in our schools and, be there for the students every day.
In Little Rock, Ian Russell, THV 11 News.
McLean says they'll be back in circuit court on Tuesday. For more coverage of the LEARNS Act, you can find much of our reporting over on THV11.com.